Today on the Hangout, we go down south where the Houston Rockets fall to your Toronto Raptors, catch up with the gang. Also, catch up on last week's big news. Giannis has got himself a running partner in the backcourt. And big game hunting, Kyrie, Steph, Hangout. Basketball fans, welcome into Canada's home for talking hoops. This is the Hangout. I am Akil Augustine, and we are back after a week off. Now it's time for you to join my running mates. Of course, you know him, you love him. You probably don't recognize him this week. That's Dan Gladman doing his best Clark Kent. He's got the glasses on. You got the Flash logo on your T-shirt. So I'm assuming you're going to go watch Justice League tonight.
I don't really know what that is other than my comic book collection when I was 14.
Just
but yeah, you know, just rocking a new look, going with the glasses. Don't read too much into it.
I'm going to read a lot into it, Clark Kent. Another family member, you know him, you love him, from the Sportsnet family, writing, reporting, everything. He's also got a pair of shoes I want to borrow. Donovan Bennett, how you living, buddy?
Yeah, it's Steele. It's not borrow.
That's what he wants.
True. I'm just going to take them.
I'm great. Thank you for asking. We kind of did this rehearsal before of this opening, and I crushed this entire wardrobe. So I won't do it again, because that would be rude.
There's nothing wrong with my clothes,
We'll go to
man.
the outtakes for
But
that.
there is something wrong with his dry ankles.
Hey, come on, son.
Can we get some like cocoa butter lotion on the set
And
for between
ladies and gentlemen,
maybe some Carrie lotion?
TSN's Kayla Gray,
Jergens.
fresh back from Florida, catching up with the kid RJ Barrett as he made his commitment to Duke. We'll talk to you about that hopefully in the show, but let's jump to it. The Toronto Raptors, they were down south, back-to-back. People were expecting a split. They got what they wanted. Now, let's talk about that game against the New Orleans Pelicans. Kyle Lowry finally returning to his old form, 22, 11, and 9. The question I will throw to you, Kayla, as we start the show is, if Kyle continues to play the way he has before signing this contract, are they the second best team in the East now?
Absolutely. I think that was one person that you're looking at to really step up and to play for what he's paid for. And when you're looking at Kyle, the way that he could shoot from deep, the way that he was running the floor in the game against the Pelicans, I felt as though that's a really confident team, and Dwayne Casey has to be pleased with the group that he's working with. But not only Kyle, but just the depth in general with the Raptors.
Yeah.
Like, I think like the first quarter I saw like 11 Raps, and then by the time halftime came out, Alfonso McKinney got a look as well. So I think the Raptors are in good shape. They're not better than Boston, but I think that they're pretty close.
Now, when we say second, that includes they're better than Cleveland right now. That's shocking, but Donovan, thoughts?
They're not better than Cleveland. I mean,
No?
let's keep it real.
Right now they are.
If they were playing in a 7-game series right now, you'd pick the Raptors?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, so they're not better than Cleveland. Let's keep it real. Steve Kerr just said Boston is the team of the future in the East.
Yes.
He said it on me. He's about to play them. So you have to throw Boston in that conversation.
Well, they're one. They're one right now.
The Bucks, since they've got Eric Bledsoe in the fold for a guy
Undefeated.
who was not in the rotation, are undefeated, and Greek Freak is only getting better.
So where are you pegging these Raptors?
Behind all the teams that I just mentioned.
So what's it, like
my.
a 4?
Well, wait. Let's go back to the premise. You started this with the premise of
Kyle.
the fact that Kyle is back.
Yeah.
Because he scored 20 points in one game. This is a game where 7 Raptors, correct me if I'm wrong, were in double figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he messed around and almost got himself a triple-dub.
True. But, I mean,
But we've
it
been
was the New Orleans Pelicans.
waiting for that game,
I'm just
though.
saying, this is a guy who's averaged 21 in his career.
Yes.
You signed him for 3 years. This is month 2 of year 1. And if he's struggling to get to 20 now,
But he was the guy that was going to struggle the most, Dan, when you switch the offense and you ask the ball to be spread out and not have him dribbling as much. Yes or no?
Okay, I'm not saying yes or no to that. He was.
It's a yes or no question.
I'm going to say
He was
no.
Time out.
DeMar is supposed to be the guy
I'm
that
asking
struggles.
questions,
I'm not
bro.
the attorney general on the hot seat. I don't have to do yes or no answers, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
The answer is no. The guy was never going to struggle. Yeah, he got off to a
He was
slow
never
start.
going to struggle.
Guess what, guys? It's November the 16th.
So
okay?
should we wait to bring you back on the show till February then if you're going to be like this?
All-Star
Yeah, why not?
Kyle.
Okay, all right.
Why
Dwayne,
not?
you heard it right here
Go
first. Don't
ahead.
bring Dan
bring
back
me
till
back.
February.
Bring me back when the games count, like in the playoffs. Because here you are right now. Are they the second best? Are they the best? According to you, they're the 4th or 5th best because you have Milwaukee and Cleveland. What does that mean? The best? Are they going to win rounds in the playoffs or finish first
That's
in the
not
East?
the question.
I
never asked that question.
I think they're in play.
I didn't ask
I
that
think
question
they're
at
in
all.
play to finish possibly first in the East.
I
this
didn't
year.
ask that
Why not?
question either. Okay, here's a question
Well,
I will
they're definitely the second best in the East, yes. And they could be the first. They could
First
be
he
the
started with
third.
he wouldn't answer it, then he answers it after a 3-minute soliloquy.
No, your question was about Lowry. Was he going to struggle? What does that mean? The guy's not struggling.
Let's change focus, okay? Dan's a little upset today. We got to give him some time, let him warm himself
Late,
up.
It was a long night, late night.
Okay.
New Orleans,
Fresh off
man.
the road.
Wow, that
Fresh
talent.
off the road. OG Anunoby.
OG.
OG.
Oh, my
With
goodness.
the OG shots.
Now, he's on a minutes restriction. The expectation for him to contribute wasn't for another little while. What's the ceiling on this kid? I'm kind of impressed. Has he played himself into the starting lineup? Dan, I'll start with you on this one. Because some other guys, CJ Miles, Norman Powell, struggling.
Well, I don't think OMG Anunoby is going to get into the starting lineup. He's in the starting lineup right now, but Norman Powell isn't going to lose it because of the injury.
Right.
So
Yep.
I still think there's some inter-team, internal competition for
That's
that. But
great.
right now, it's still Powell's position. But the sky is the limit on OG Anunoby. We're seeing it already. Maybe he's not surprising the Raptors coaching staff, but he's surprising us. He's surprising the league. It does look like the Raptors got a steal at that pick, and he's got a very, very bright future.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a little surprised.
I would say that there's definitely a surprise there. I think Coach had said that, they didn't expect him to go 29 minutes last night. But I think when you're looking at that game, what you got from him was kind of a rookie that you've got. I don't think that was his best game. It was the night before in Houston where he really showed out and really stepped up when he was called on, and that's exactly what you want from your guys. You're going to see more rookie games. You're not going to see this kid just sort of take off. He's going to have to get acclimated, but for the fact that he's coming off this injury so confident, and yes, he's very quiet and fans might not be cool with that, but the fact that he lets his game speak for itself on the floor, man, this kid... This kid's special.
When's your story coming out? When's your OG Anunoby article coming out?
Well, there is an OG Anunoby article coming out on Sunday.
Really good. I'm nice.
On Sports. It's not mine. It's Arden
Oh.
Zwelling's. He's a much better writer than I am, so check that out.
Most people are.
But true.
No, I'm playing.
true
That was a
say.
joke. I love your writing.
But I think the surprise for me is not so much that he's played well, it's that how he's played well. He's a guy who's shooting above 40%
Yeah.
from three, and that was a real struggle for him. And you thought right away he was going to be someone who's going to be above the rim, both defensively and offensively. And with the injury, that athleticism is the thing that's going to take a while. So I think you're going to see him in the second half of the season out on the break, finishing strong with dunks. But the fact that he's been so good in the half court, I think, has been surprising.
Yep, definitely. Big surprise. Great get for the Toronto Raptors. A real steal in the draft. Still more to come. Speaking of steals in the draft, Giannis Antetokounmpo and his squad are featured in this week's version of Big Game Hunting, along with the surprise Detroit Pistons. And can I just tell you how much I love Stan Van Gundy? You'll find out about that later on. Help!